Good day, everyone. I am Catherine Q. Manlod, so I'll be the one to present you the parity test today. So what we're going to do first is we're going to open the SPSS platform. So I have it already set it up. So here, we have already a data that we will be using. So we have the paired sample t-test. Okay, so there you go. So you just need to click OK. Or open that one. Okay, so for now, we have here data, so which is these are um, the amount or the distance run in kilometer who drink carbohydrates drink, and these are the people who drinks those. And then also we have the carbohydrates protein drink. Okay, so let's go here in a variable view. So here in a variable view, we have actually labels here. So in these labels, you could actually change this one. So as for us, we're going to change it for carb underscore distance run in kilometer for carbohydrates only trial. And then as for the other, we have carb underscore protein distance. All right, there we go. And as for here in the measure, so remember that dependent variable should be scale, okay, scale. And for the independent variable, it should be nominal. Okay, so we have actually, you could select here. So you need to select scale. And as for the role, by default, this one here, it is actually input. Sometimes you open this platform. But as for us, we just need to select the none. All right. So after you have set up already the data, so we need to find the difference. So how are we gonna do that? So of course, we need to click this transform, compute variable. Okay, there you go. So we need to put the difference here. Okay, input difference. All right, so here we have the carb protein. So we could actually drag this one or use this arrow or double click this one minus carb. All right, and then okay, right. So we have actually here, as you can see, this prompt here, this window is actually will show us the different kinds of data that we are asking for, such as the plots or even the tables. Okay, so later on we will see tables here as we analyze our data or compute our data. Okay, let's just minimize that one. All right, so here let's try to see. So we have already the difference. Okay, for the carbohydrate drinks and the carbohydrates protein drink. Okay, so now we're going to analyze this one. Okay, so we're going to click descriptive statistics. Right. Okay, next explore. All right, so here in the dependent list, this is where we're gonna put the difference. There you go. And then click plots. So plots. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So this is descriptive. We need to uncheck the stem and leaf. So what we're going to check here is the normality plots with tests. So we're going to check the normality later on. Okay. So remember the box plots should be factor levels together. Okay. And then after that, continue. Okay. All right, so later we'll see the normality test week. So it should be greater than 0.05. Okay, so the p-value, it should be greater than 0.05. As you can see, we have also normal QQ plot of difference. We have the detrended normal QQ plot of difference, and then the box plot. So this box plot, as we have 1 and 14, this is what we called outliers. So the outliers, you could actually delete it, but you can continue if it's extreme. All right, so you're done with the test of normality. Let's go now to compare means. So here we have analyze, and then click compare means, and then select paired sample t-test. Okay, so we have variable 1 and variable 2. So you could actually select this one, put this one here, and then we have the carb distance in variable 2. After you have input already, we have already the variable 1 and 2, we're going to click the options. So here, it should be 95%, the confidence interval percentage, and the missing value should be excluded cases analysis by analysis. So after that, you have set it up, we will going to click continue. Okay. All right, there you go. So we have already the paired sample statistics, we have already the paired samples correlation, and we have already the paired sample test. So what's the most important thing here that we're gonna see and we're gonna check is this one, the p-value of the significance of paired sample t-test. So here, it should be less than 0.05. So that is the paired sample t-test. Okay, so that's it so far. So that is what we call paired. That is what how you're gonna do with the paired sample t-test. Thank you. Good day, everyone. Again, I am Catherine Human Load, so I'll be the one to show you the paired independent paired t-test. Okay, so for today, we're gonna launch first the SPSS. So we have already done it. So first is we're gonna check here gender engagement. So we have labels here already that you can change actually. So you can change this one if you would like to change it. So as for the values, we have actually here. As for the gender, we have female and male. So you could actually add some values with your example. 1 is for female or 2 is female. All right, and you could add some labels here if you'd like to. So you could add here, but it's not included, so we just need to remove this one. Right, so let's click OK. All right, remember as for the gender, remember for the nominal, we need to have this one, the independent variable, and then for the scale, that is for dependent variable. So remember, you need to identify which one is the dependent and independent variable. So as for the gender, that is nominal, and as for our engagement, that is our scale. Okay. Also to check as for here, we have already a 1, 2. So again, 1 is for male and 2 is for female. So if you can see here, you could actually see this one, male, female. All right. So let's click it again and return it to numeric value. Okay. So now let's try to have this one analyzed with the use of descriptive statistics. Okay. So let's have this one. Click explore. All right. So as for our engagement, it should be in the dependent list. And as for our gender, it should be here in our factor list. Okay. Again, dependent list is for engagement with theory advert engage. Okay. And gender. So as for here, you need to, it's checked earlier. So we need to uncheck this one, the stem and leaf, and then check histogram and check normality plots with test. Okay. And then after that, continue. And then it should be plots here. Click plots. And okay. All right, there you go. So we have already the case processing summary test of normality. And we're going to check here is the box plot. So we don't have any outliers here in our box plot. And also in our test normality, be sure to check the significance. So it means that it is statistically significance if it's greater than 0.05. So it's already 0.970 in our Shopper week. So it's 0.560. Great. So there you go. So this is for our test of normality. And as for our now, we're going to compare means with the use of independent sample t-test that will be analyzed by the SPSS. How we're going to do that? Of course, you need to click compare means and then go to independent sample t-test. Right, there you go. So again, as for the test variables, we have here the engagement and then the gender for grouping variable in the grouping variable. All right. And then options, it should be 95% and exclude case analysis by analysis. Then click continue. And then, of course, SPSS will be asking us to define the groups. Okay, so group 1 is for 1 and group 2 is 2. Continue. All right, after that, okay. Okay, so this is our independent sample t-test. Okay, so we have also group statistics. So we have we for later on if we're going to have analysis, it would is the significance. So here in this part, it should be greater than 0.05. So what we're going to check here, also this one is very important. It should be less than 0.05. So that is how independent sample tests should look like. Okay, so that it will be statistically significant. So far, that is our independent sample test. Okay, thank you. Good day, everyone. Again, I am Catherine Kumanlod, so I'll be now presenting you the one-way ANOVA. So right now, first, again, we need to launch the SPSS. We have here already the data that I have. So again, you could change the label here. So as for this one, you could change it to group. Okay, group. And then the other one is coping stress. All right, there you go. And remember, again, in our dependent and independent variable, so when you say independent variable, it should be nominal, and then the dependent variable should be in scale. And then the role here should be in non-selection. And also in our group, we have what we call sedentary, low, moderate, and high. So 1 is equals to sedentary, 2 is equals to low, and 3 is for moderate, and 4 is high. So again, you could add some values here. So as for this one, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 that represents each number. So you could add some 5 here or whatnot. So again, if you're gonna do this one again, so here, as you can see, okay. All right. So this is okay already. We are done with this one. Let's go to data view. If you're going to look at it, so we have here group sedentary, sedentary low, low, moderate, sedentary low, high. Okay, there you go. So that is our numeric values for this group. And then the copy stress we have here. Right. So now let's going to analyze using the descriptive statistics. So let's click explore, and then we're going to put the dependent here, which is the coping stress in the dependent list, and then the group in our factor list. All right. So click the plots and then select plots and uncheck this one and click the normality plot with test. Okay. And then click continue. Right. And then here, okay. Okay. All right, there you go. So we have already case processing summary here, test of normality, and the plots. And we have here the box plot. So as you can see, we don't have any outliers for this data. Okay, so remember in our test of normality, it should be greater than 0.5. So as can see here, all of them are greater than 0.05. So we have 0.538, 0.059, 0.940, 0.671. So it is in our shopper week, this is statistically significant. Okay, so now let's go compare means. So how we're gonna do that? We have here analyze, compare means, and then let's go to one way ANOVA, right? So in our one-way ANOVA, we have here the dependent list and the factor. So the dependent list, we're going to put this one, the coping stress, and here the factor in the group. Okay, so after that, we're going to click the options. So what are we going to choose? So we have descriptive. We're going to select the homogeneity of variance test and the Welch, and then means plot. So this is the data that we'll be looking for the one-way ANOVA. So we're going to click continue. And then after that, clicking the options, we're going to go to the post hoc. So what we're going to click here is the Tukis B and then the games whole. So after that, you're going to click those data. These are the multiple comparisons that you can use in our one-way ANOVA. So click continue. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we have descriptors here, test of homogeneity of variances. So this is significantly, statistically significant because again, it is greater than zero point zero 0.05. So again, test of homogeneity of variances. And then as for this one here in ANOVA, it should be less than zero point zero 0.05. Okay, and then here also in, and then, right, okay. All right. So far, that is our one way ANOVA. So that's it. That is how we're going to do and how to do the one way ANOVA. So thank you so much and have a good day. Good day, everyone. So again, I am Catherine Q. Manveld. So I'm going to now show you on how to do this one, the one-way repeated measures ANOVA. So first is we're gonna open the data that we're gonna analyze. So I have here already launched the SPSS. Okay, so the file that we're gonna calculate is this one. So I have already clicked this one. Okay, so before that, we need to set up our data. So we have here CRP, mm, right? And then we have CRP med, and then we have CRP hosts. All right, so there you go. Remember also that, again, dependent variables should be on scale, the measurement. The measure it should be in scale. So all of these three are dependent variables. Okay, so after that, the same with our paired t-test. This is an extension of our paired t-test, the ANOVA, the repeated measures ANOVA. So first is we're gonna analyze it through descriptive statistics. Okay, so descriptive statistics, explore, and then these three, we're gonna put this one in our dependent list. Okay, and then click plots, and this one plots, and then uncheck the stem and leaf, and then click the normality plots with test, and then in box plot, click the dependents together, and then click continue. Okay, and then click OK. All right. So remember, in our test of normality, it should be greater than zero point zero 0.05. So as we can see here, it is statistically significant because, again, it is greater than zero point zero 0.05. Okay. And as you can see also here in our box plot, we don't have any outliers. Mhm. All right. And then now let's go to our um, general um, general linear model. Okay, so we're going to click the repeated measures here. Again, general linear model. So repeated measures. Okay, so as for this one, this is the independent variable, which is what we're gonna put here is time 3, then add, and here is our CRP. Okay, and then click define. So for this one, this three, we need to transfer it within the subject variables here. So we just need to click this three, highlight this three, and then press shift and then click the arrow. Okay, there you go. So that is how we're gonna put it within the subject's variables. And after that, we're going to go to the options and click descriptive statistics and then estimate of effect size and then continue. And then here the estimated marginal means, okay, put the display means for time and click or check the compare means effect. And then the confidence interval adjustment should be Bonferroni. Continue. Mhm. Okay, and then here in our profile plots, the time should be here on horizontal axis. Add, continue. Mhm. So far. Okay. So that's it. So let's go. Click OK. All right, so there you go. So we have here within subject factors, we have the descriptive statistics, the multivariate test, the multi-test asperity. So here, as you can see, it's 0.043. So here, in asperity, it should be not less than, the p-value should not be less than zero 0.05, 0.05. So here, our sphericity is violated because the p-value is less than zero point zero 0.05. And then we have the test of within subjects effects. Okay. All right. So test between subjects estimates, pairwise comparison, multivariate tests. Okay. All right. So there you go. So that is how we're gonna do the repeated ANOVA, measures ANOVA. Okay. So again, this is repeated measures ANOVA. Thank you. And that will be all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Khalid Sangkupan, and I will be discussing the steps on how to correlate with the use of SPSS. Now, but first, let me share to you my screen to show you the steps of the correlation with the use of SPSS. Now, first, let's open our data. Oh no, the SPSS application, then import or open the data, and then click the Excel if your data is an Excel file, and then click OK. Now the first step is to check whether the linear relationship and appliers through this scatter plot. So first, let's go to our graph and then click chart builder and then click OK. Okay, now the first step in this is to click the scatter. Okay, after clicking the scatter, kindly click this and drag to this gallery chart. After dragging this, you need to drag the monthly income to your x-axis and then the years of education in y-axis. And then click y-axis and uncheck the minimum. Now, click OK. Now, this is the result of the first step. Now, the second step is you need to click, you need to find rather the relation on the normality. So the test normality test rather. So now what are the steps in clicking or in finding the normality test? So first is you need to go to analyze descriptive data or descriptive statistics and click explore. Okay, now is this drag the two, then highlight the two, and then click the plots, and then uncheck the stem and click the none, and then click the normality plots with test. Then click continue and click the plots and click OK. Now the normality is as you can see in the SIG, the result is 405 0.0405 and 0.014. So in other words, they are greater than 0.05 rather. And the next step is uh, the next step is you need to run the Pearson by go to graphs, analyze, then click correlation, and then click bivariate. And after clicking the bivariate, kindly drag the two again into variables, and then highlight the two. And after highlighting the two, kindly click this, no, the options rather, and then click exclude, continue, and click OK. Okay, so this is our result. So as you can see in our correlation result, there are um, value is 0.788. So therefore, when we interpret this, this is strong correlation between the monthly income and years of education. So that is the steps or the interpretation with the use of correlation. So I think that would be all. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be discussing to you the multiple linear regression. So let me share first my screen so that you are able to see what are the steps of multiple linear regression. Okay, and then so this is our the data. Okay, now this is the data view. As you can see, the casino, the age, the weight, the heart rate, the gender, and then the VO2 max. So this is our data view and our the variable view. Now to start, you need to click the analyze. This is the first step, and then click the regression and the linear to check the linear regression. After that, you need to drag the VO2 max to the dependent, and then these four, the age, the weight, the heart rate, and the gender, we need to drag these to independent, the weight, the heart rate, and then the gender. After dragging the four, you need to click the statistics and then click the descriptives, the part and partial, the collinearity, and then click the Durbin to the residuals, the case-wise diagnostics, and click continue. After clicking the statistics, you need to click also the plots. Okay, to click the histogram and normal probability plot and then continue. After clicking, you need to also click the save. And then in residuals, you need to check the unstandardized, the standardized, the studentized deleted, and in our distances, you need to click also the cooks, the leverage values, of course. And then after that, click OK, continue, and then click OK. Now this is the data of the result of our multilinear regression. So this is the descriptive statistics, the mean, of course, the standard deviation. Okay, and then let's go to our correlations. So this is the correlation from VO2 max to the age, the gender, the weight, and heart rate. And then this is the result, of course, in the variables model summary. As you can see, the result in R square is 577.577. Okay, the ANOVA, the regression, and the residual, and the total. And then we have also the result of coefficients, the constant, the age, the gender, the weight, and heart rate, the collinearity diagnostics, the residual statistics, and then this is the plot. So as you can see, this is like a normal bell shaped. Okay, so that is the steps on how to do the multiple linear regression. Thank you very much for watching. Good day, everyone. My name is Khalid R. Sangopan, and I will be present to you the steps on how to perform the chi-square. So first, let me share to you my screen. Okay, now our topic today is all about chi-square. So this is our data. So first, let's make it numerical. So all you have to do is to replace this to one, copy, and then highlight all the babysitter. After copying, then um, paste the number one, and then our non-babysitter should be should be number two. Then copy the number two, and then paste it to the rest babysitter. Okay, so that is our babysitter and non-babysitter. Now for this with first aid course, the number should be one. Okay, copy the number one and then paste it to with first aid course. Okay, then this no first aid course must be turned to number two. Copy and then paste it to all no first aid course. And then next one is we have the with first aid course. Let's replace these to number three. All you have to do is to copy the number three and then paste to the rest of with the first aid course. With first aid course. And then on number four should be replaced the no first aid course. So four. After copying, then paste it so that it should be like this. So the data view, your babysitter should be one and two, and then the with the first aid course must be one, two, three, and four. Now let's move on to our variable view. In our variable view, the type should be turned into numeric. Click OK, and then this should be in numeric. Then click OK. After that, let's go to the label. Should be in inter intervention, and here it should be replaced by intervention. After that, let's go to the values. Values should be, for example, we have one, and then the label of one should be babysitter, babysitter. And then we have two, and then the label of two should be non baby sitter. And then click, oh no, wait lang. Click and click. Okay. And then let's move on to the next. Now the value should be 1 and then the label should be with first uh, babysitter rather. Babysitter with first aid course. Click add and then for the two value and the label of the two value should be um, babysitter without first aid course. And then another one, we have value number 3, and the label of number 3 should be non-babysitter with first aid course. And then we have also number 4. Label of the number 4 should be non, oh no, non-babysitter without first aid course. Let's change this to and then change it. Okay, so this is our 4 variables. Then click OK. After clicking OK, we need to change the measure from nominal to ordinal. And then the row should be none. Okay, after clicking the none, so this should be your variable view. Now let's go to data and then click with weight cases rather. After clicking the weight case, all you have to do is to, oh no, wait lang. It looks like wrong spelling. Intervention. Okay, again, data, then click with cases, and then drag this intervention with babysitter. Oh no, click with cases first, and then drag this intervention babysitter, and click OK. Okay. After that, go to analyze and then click descriptive statistics and then click cross tab. After clicking the cross tab, all you have to do is to drag this intervention babysitter and drag this with first aid. Okay, after dragging into the columns and rows, let's have statistics. In clicking statistics, you need to check the chi-square. After clicking the chi-square, and then click continue and then click cell display. After clicking the cell display, all you have to do is to uncheck the counts. Okay. Click expected and then check the z-test. Z-test, where are you? Z-test, compare and click adjust p-values. After that, you need to check these percentages, the column, and then click the round cell counts. After that, then click on continue. After clicking continue, click OK. Okay, as you can see, this is the result of our data gathered. So as you can see, this is case processing summary, and then intervention from babysitter to non-babysitter. So in the first babysitter with first aid course, we have 100%, 100%, 100%. Babysitter with first aid course, babysitter without first aid course, non-babysitter with first aid course, and non-babysitter without first aid course. Now let's check the chi-square. So in checking the assumption of the chi-square test, it must be, as you can see, the asymptotic significance is 0.000. So it must be less than 0.01. So that is correct. So therefore, we can say that there is a statistical significance between our four variables and our independent variables. So therefore, we will reject the null hypothesis and accept the um, alternative hypothesis. So that is the process on how to do the chi-square if you have a four variables. Okay, so I think that would be all, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.